All right, thank you. We can listen to that song all day long. That's how good that's how good it sounds.
Mm.
All right, welcome to the program once again. We are excited to have you here as usual. Remember, you're a stakeholder in what we are doing. You're a stakeholder in this movement. You're not a spectator. You're not going to sit around and be calculating your retirement so that once other people get it done, then you will show up with your dollar because you're the only one that have the brain for the business. Please find what you can do. There's so many things that we can do in this movement. So many things. If you don't have time, you can donate your treasure. If you don't have your treasure, you can be a source of information for other people. So there's so many ways. There are multiple of ways that we can mobilize help for this business. The most important is treasure. We gave it to church for years. We gave it to criminal pastors and that is hanging out with our politicians. We gave it to them for years and we didn't die. And now it has come time for our liberation. Nobody's asking, how is this being funded? Who is paying for this? How can I play a role? Some of us even went as far as playing roles for a criminal that came to play, claiming that he came to save us. When you look deeper, because a lot of us were looking deeper, you can see that he came to steal from us. He wanted to be relevant to those that are running the hell called Nigeria. So finally, we have something that is out there, something that we have in the open for you to interrogate. Go see the work that has been done. Go and check it out, be part of this so that you know where your money is going. All right. So welcome. Our topic is in order today because a lot of you are excited about going to the 2027 election because you're sent. Woo, the one that was sent by Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Woo, he's telling you guys to gear up for another round of menace, another round of torture, another round of once he loses, he will tell you it's like a football game. You lose, you go home and you re-strategize. There they come again. So our topic today is collapsing the bridge to 2027 and ending the Fulani menace and dismantling the no colonial machine. If you don't know what we are talking about, listen again. We have plenty of videos to back up what our argument for today so that you begin to get it. Because a lot of you think that this whole thing is about speaking English. How am I saying English? No. You have to be able to think deeper than that. According to AI, one of the most common reasons people bully others is because they feel insecure and they have low self-esteem. These individuals also feel inferior to others and they believe that by putting someone else down, they can elevate their own status. Across the vast landscape of Africa, from the rivers of the Niger Delta through the rolling hills of Tivaland to the bustling city of Yorubaland, we hear the cries of our people, crying in anguish. Villages are being burned, families are being displaced, communities are being left in ruins. The invaders are no longer faceless foreigners sailing from distant shores, but rather they are using people that look like you and me. They are using familiar faces. And we know one of them is the Fulani militant expansion that we see going on everywhere. These people are paid to destroy and displace and dominate our people. Meanwhile, when they see a very wonderful leader, one who wants to fight for his people, whenever they start calling you, as a matter of fact, we should know by now, whenever they start calling your name and coming for you, go and check that person is fighting for their people. Go and look at history. Every time you rise up to do what is right for your people, the criminal enterprise will begin to come after you and call you names. They will even set you up for so many things so that people will believe what they're saying. So we did see the same scenario when it comes to our brother, President Ibrahim. Is a Traore. I can say his name correctly, right? We can see how
Yes.
the, huh?
Yeah.
I can
Ibrahim
see,
Traore, yes. You're
right.
right.
So we can see what they're saying about him and how they want to make him seem like the villain, that he's taking all the money to take care of himself, when we know all they're doing is causing wars in our land, so that while we're fighting each other, they have planes flying off of mud.
What?
Mud, we've seen that before. We've shown you guys
Yes.
in our video. Plane are flying off of mud. You think it needs a runway? No, not their helicopters.
Carrying resources from our land.
Carrying resources. They will bring in and drop in weapons, and
Mm.
then they will leave with our resources. The
Mm.
videos are out there to prove it. So the indigenous peoples of Africa must wake up to this reality. We know that neocolonialism is not a relic of the past, but rather is a living, breathing monster that is well coordinated with their ruthless campaign of intimidation, plunder, domination. They do so to engineer all of this so that they can maintain their hold on Africans' land and riches. Maybe answer. Hey, let me call you back. Let me call you back.
Please continue to share, continue to like and subscribe. This show is one-stop show for all your self-determination and liberation needs. We are here for you and we work together as a team. Thank you.
Right. I'm sorry, my people. Something is, since we keep talking, let me answer this person because they've never called me back and forth like this. I don't know if something is.
Okay, please. So we're continuing. This is introduction. We are telling us about that no matter what it is, once you see them, they begin to talk like, oh, what of this, the resources, the resources. Oh, Ibrahim Traore using the gold to protect himself, using the gold. Are you kidding me? He's protecting himself for his people, and his people are happy with the work he's doing. No, they will come. All the time that people are stealing and doing all the nonsense that we're doing, they didn't see it. It's now they will come. He's protecting himself and his people from Western invaders and bullies. What is wrong about that? And we're saying that all the indigenous people, like my sister was saying, must understand that neo-colonial project is about bullying the people. It's about stealing the resources, controlling the resources of the indigenous peoples of Africa. And you must arise. We must arise. Okay, my sister, go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. So under the banners of European empire, the two waves of colonizers came to kill, steal, and destroy. They tore apart our civilization. They desecrated our land. They leave scars all over that we still feel today in our continent. So when we grow some resistance, they will come up with all manner of strategy to make sure that it doesn't take off. They traumatize our people. They take our resources. They give us puppet government that we know that is not there for us. Currently, the weapon of choice in our modern era is by proxy. What do I mean? They handpick people, political puppets, religious leaders, tribal figureheads, those that are willing to trade the freedom of Africans for their personal gains. And we see that all over. They will get the worst of us, they will enrich them, even here in America. They will get someone that doesn't know their left from right, make them tell us they're rappers, and now we have to follow them. The same thing, they come to our land. You look at all these so-called rich men in our land. When you see them speak, you can tell there's no way with that their level of
existence. Their level of ask Google.
There is no way. There is no way. They put all these people in place so that you will be forced to be, should I say, abandon who you are as a person and follow their way of life. And we know what these men and women have done in our land. These collaborators have a single purpose. They came to terrorize our community into submission. They came to dismantle whatever we have going on for us. They came to strangle our economies without any chain. You won't see it, but they're there controlling everything. They came to suspend the rule of law because you still don't have rule of law and replace it to fear. Therefore, we are asking you guys today that the so-called bridge to 2027 is nothing but a carefully laid up trap. And they will use your scent to, they might even bring Jesus Christ of Nazareth. It's nothing but to put you much deeper into bondage. It's never going to be easier. If you wait, we warned you guys when Tinubu was coming on. If you allow him to come on, a child that was born the day Tinubu came in will be 8 years by the time he's done raping us. If you bring another buffoon, it will be 16 years of wasted life because we choose to do the right thing. So it's not enough to resist passively?
If he chose not to do the right thing, because who refused to do the right thing? He said we chose to do the right thing.
Oh, we refuse to do that.
Because we refuse to do the right
We
thing.
refuse to do the right thing, right? We refuse to do the right thing, my dear. I'm running from pillar to post today. All right. So today we are going to again present the problems to you guys, and then we'll conclude with the solution. There's always a solution on the table. The question then is that, are you paying attention? Do you know what they are? Do you know how we can make it happen? Do you know how we can end? We told you guys last week that we can end this mayhem happening in Nigeria yesterday, not even today. 25 years ago, we could have ended all of this.
Yes.
So I will pull up the first video of the day while my sister add.
Yes, the first video of the day is our sister talking about what is happening in Burkina Faso. Because like we told you, the entire Africa is the same problem. Whether the Fulani terror machinery, these political rogues, political merchants, or religious criminals, or some traditional rulers, they have only one interest: to continue the terror going on in Africa, to continue the state capture, to continue the suspension of rule of law, like my sister said, in Nigeria, and of course the economic strangulation and oppressing the people. While the people are so poor, then they will be doing what they're doing, and they know what they're doing. So this video, our sister is saying, we must end this colonial project and all the colonial systems so that African resources can work for the indigenous peoples of Africa. The resources belong to Africa. So why is it that African people are poor? So it doesn't make sense. We must end this colonial structure and the systems, wipe away all the systems so that the resources will begin to work for us. Thank you.
United States is coming for Captain Ibrahim Traore, and this time it looks like it's serious. It looks like they want to take it far, because this is coming from the head of the United States Africa Command, who is General Michael Langley. He accused Ibrahim Traore of the unthinkable. He accused the president of Burkina Faso of using the country's gold reserves for personal protection rather than for the benefit of its people. And we all know this is far from the truth. But unfortunately, we've seen the script before. Try to think harder. You don't even need to think hard. Try to think of this exact script. A black man in the US that has power declaring that an African leader is being shady or is doing something that he's not supposed to, taking out the resources and benefiting himself without really benefiting the people that he's supposed to serve. Have you read the script before? I'm sure it came to you. Do you remember what Obama did to the Libya president Muammar Gaddafi? You do remember, right? That time we failed Gaddafi as a people because we believed some of the hype. We were bamboozled as well as the people of Libya. But now in 2025, we know better. I hope the Western world knows that we know better now. It's not going to happen on our watch, especially under the Burkinabe people's watch, because they have shown nothing but respect, love, admiration for their leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore. When there happens to be a coup, they're always there surrounding his house, trying to protect their leader because they know what he's doing for them. And we're going to go through what he has done for them, and what the US is accusing Ibrahim Traore of is BS, and we're going to discuss that. But first, let's address what just happened a day ago. Burkina Faso has officially made a statement about another coup that happened in their country. Guess when this happened? When Michael Langley was talking about how Ibrahim Traore is misusing the country's gold. First, watch what Langley said. We'll come back and discuss.
I can imagine a situation, though, in which the ruling elite of a country is receiving gratuities on the side that in order to the benefit of the strongman leader and not to the populace of the country. Does that sort of corruption and bribery go on with regard to the Belt and Road?
Absolutely, Chairman. I see this, and I don't mind calling them out, but Kabatori and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime.
You heard that. He is saying this in front of the US Senate. He is telling his people that there's a threat somewhere in Africa, in Burkina Faso. They have gold, and that gold is being misused by their leader, Ibrahim Traore. Mind you, we know the reality. Mind you, what is happening on the ground is far from that. But that's what they're saying, and that's what they're talking about on their mainstream medias, and that's what they're pushing to the world. We're not going to fall for this again. Believe me. Watch what Burkina Faso said about the recent coup.
Burkina Faso's military government said on Monday that it had foiled a major plot to overthrow the country's junta leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore. Security Minister Mahamadou Sana said on state television that plotters included current and former soldiers and terrorist leaders. They had planned to swarm the presidential palace on April 16. This is just the latest attempt to overthrow Ibrahim Traore after he seized power in the 2022 coup. His military government had pledged to fight jihadist groups and had even sought support from Russia. But security threats persist and 40% of the country remains under jihadist control. Mahamadou Sana said that the coup attempt aimed to sow total chaos and place the country under the supervision of an international organization. He also claimed that the plot instigators are based in Ivory Coast. Last week, Burkinabe authorities had already arrested several military personnel accused of planning to destabilize the government.